In the entire history of the Women's National Basketball Association, the WNBA, only one rookie has ever won the league's Most Valuable Player award. One. In nearly 3 decades of professional women's basketball across hundreds of rookies and 28 MVP selections, it happened exactly once. This is the story of why winning MVP as a rookie is nearly impossible, the one player who defied those odds, and whether it could ever happen again, especially in an era dominated by superstars like A'ja Wilson. To understand why this is so rare, you first need to understand how the MVP gets decided. Every year, right after the regular season ends, a national panel of sports writers and broadcasters casts their votes. Each panelist selects 5 players, ranked in order. A first-place vote earns 10 points, second place gets 7, third gets 5, fourth gets 3, and fifth gets 1. The player with the most total points wins. It's a system that rewards consensus, that rewards dominance so obvious nobody can argue with it. And that's the first problem for rookies, because consensus takes time. Think about what a rookie actually faces. You have just come from college basketball, where you were almost certainly the best player on your team, probably the best player on the floor every night. Now you are playing against grown women who have been in this league for years. The game moves faster. The defenders think smarter. The scouting reports on you are detailed and ruthless. Every rookie, no matter how talented, goes through an adjustment period. Some handle it in weeks. Some take an entire season. And MVP voters watch the whole time. There's also the team problem. The best rookies typically land on the worst teams. That's how the draft works. You get picked first overall because a franchise is struggling and now you are expected to be the savior. But basketball remains a team sport, and carrying a bad roster only gets you so far in the standings. MVP voters don't just examine individual statistics, they examine wins, they examine impact. If your team finishes near the bottom of the standings, your MVP case takes a significant hit, no matter what your numbers look like. And then there is the biggest obstacle of all, the established veterans. Superstars who have already proven themselves, who already command the respect of voters, who put up historic numbers year after year. Players like Diana Taurasi, who holds nearly every WNBA scoring record, or Sue Bird, who dominated the point guard position for 2 decades. In the current era, that obstacle has a name: A'ja Wilson. But we will get to her. First, let us go back to 2008 and the player who did the impossible. Candace Parker was the number 1 overall pick in the 2008 WNBA draft, selected by the Los Angeles Sparks. She had just won an NCAA championship at Tennessee and was about to represent the United States at the Beijing Olympics. She was, by any measure, the most hyped rookie the WNBA had seen. And she didn't just meet expectations, she obliterated them. In her very first professional game against the Phoenix Mercury, on May 17, 2008, Parker scored 34 points, grabbed 12 rebounds, and dished out 8 assists. Those 34 points broke the record for a rookie debut, a record previously held by Cynthia Cooper, who had scored 25 in the league's very first game in 1997. Parker wasn't easing into professional basketball. She arrived fully formed. And it only got more ridiculous from there. On May 29th, Parker posted 16 points, 16 rebounds, 6 blocks, 5 assists, and 5 steals. That made her the only woman in WNBA history to record a 5x5 stat line. Then on June 22nd, she dunked in a game against the Indiana Fever, becoming only the second player in league history to dunk, after Lisa Leslie. For the full season, Parker averaged 18.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game. She led the entire league in rebounding. She ranked second in blocks at 2.3 per game. She placed 4th in scoring. She recorded 17 double-doubles, the most in the WNBA that year. She shot a top 5 field goal percentage. She played 33.6 minutes per game. And critically, she transformed the Sparks. The previous season, Los Angeles had gone 10 wins and 24 losses, one of the worst records in the league. With Parker, they went 24 wins and 14 losses, a 10-win improvement. That's the kind of turnaround that gets voters' attention. When the ballots came in, it wasn't close. Parker received all 45 first-place votes, every single one. Unanimous. She won both Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player, becoming the first player in WNBA history to accomplish that feat. In all of American professional basketball, only 2 other players had ever done it: Wilt Chamberlain in 1960 and Wes Unseld in 1969. Parker joined a club with 2 of the greatest players who ever lived, and no one has joined it since. Her coach, Michael Cooper, had actually predicted all of it before the season started. Parker later recalled his words. He's like, "We're going to win the Rookie of the Year, and you're going to win a championship, and you're going to win the MVP." I just looked at him like, wow, that's what you expect of me already? So that was 2008. Since then, several rookies have turned in spectacular debut seasons, but none have come particularly close to the MVP award. Caitlin Clark's 2024 rookie season is the most obvious recent example. Clark averaged 19.2 points per game, a league-high 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. She drained 122 three-pointers, the second most in a single season in league history. She earned a spot on the All-WNBA NBA first team, only the 5th rookie ever to earn that distinction and the first since Parker herself. She won Rookie of the Year with 66 of 67 votes. By any historical standard, it was one of the greatest rookie seasons ever played. She finished 4th in MVP voting, and it wasn't particularly close to the top. Clark received 130 total points, but not a single first or second place vote. She got 6 third place votes, 26 fourth place votes, and 22 fifth place votes. When asked about the result, Clark was characteristically blunt. "I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, I don't really care." The reason she finished 4th, of course, was A'ja Wilson. Wilson's 2024 season wasn't just the best individual season that year. It was arguably the best individual season in WNBA history. She averaged 26.9 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks per game, all career highs. She became the second unanimous MVP in league history, receiving every single first place vote. The gap between Wilson and everyone else wasn't a gap, it was a canyon. Even Breanna Stewart, the 2023 MVP winner, couldn't compete with Wilson's historic performance. In 2025, the same dynamic played out with a different rookie. Paige Bueckers, the former UConn Huskies star drafted by the Dallas Wings, averaged 19.2 points and 5.4 assists per game. She shot 47.4% from the field and 88.8% from the line. On August 20th, she scored 44 points against the Los Angeles Sparks on 17 of 21 shooting, setting a WNBA single game rookie record and becoming the first player in league history to score 40 or more points while shooting at least 80% from the field. She was the fastest player in league history to reach 200 points, 50 rebounds, and 50 assists. She won Rookie of the Year with 70 of 72 votes. And still, A'ja Wilson won MVP. Her 4th, a record, breaking a tie with Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Lauren Jackson, all 3-time winners. Wilson averaged 23.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 2.3 blocks, and 1.6 steals. She became the first player in WNBA or NBA history to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, and lead the league in scoring in the same season. Her coach Becky Hammond put it simply, "There's no Mount Rushmore. You are the only one. You're Everest." This is the fundamental reality of the Rookie MVP question. It's not just about how good you are, it's about whether the league's best established player happens to be having a down year, or whether the stars align in a way that creates an opening. In 2008, no single veteran dominated the league the way Wilson dominates it now. Parker walked through a door that was open just wide enough. Today, that door is bolted shut. Wilson is still only 29 years old. She has won 4 MVP awards in 6 seasons and shows no signs of slowing down. For as long as she plays at this level, any rookie hoping to win MVP isn't just competing against the adjustment period or bad team records, or voter bias toward veterans. They are competing against the greatest player in the history of the sport. And right now, that's a competition nobody is winning. Can a rookie win WNBA MVP? The history says yes, but only once. And everything about the modern game suggests it will be a very long time before it happens again.